it's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, you know, just once again, all the detractors, they said this was gonna happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, Pep. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play your fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, Pep.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. You're still on mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He is not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. I just see a scammer. Begging. Like, we totally fucked him. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him, and it's been on him for years. It's because of this bullshit.
American Mall.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana, please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana, please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. I eat banana, tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana, please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
sweetness
acidity
to the
from
sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart,
spice.
tart and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian Bills. Italian Dark Side Fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style. Tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style. Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian Bills. Italian Dark Side Fifth. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I am a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. And you know what this reminds me of? When I worked at the helicopter company, helicopter support. It 1,000,000% reminds me of that. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. I worked for a major company, a helicopter company. It's called Aftermarket Support for Helicopters. Okay? They're flying around. Things are breaking down. Parts are wearing out. We're a one-stop shop for helicopters. So I was told, we see potential for you. You're better than just working customer support. Revamp the business from ground up. You can map it out and find bottlenecks and find shortcomings and find helicopters so that our company runs more efficiently. Okay? So I busted my ass. I worked my ass off. I did double work, never got paid for it. And you say, oh, it's part of the process, man. It's just part of corporate America. Fuck you. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. Gone forever. Band. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen to me? You don't know shit. It happened to me. So shut the fuck up. Why don't you listen to me? Cause no one cares. It happened to me. Fuck you. Why don't you listen?
That being said.
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 That being
said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnett. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive, fun. Hey.
IL Team Insider, the legend, fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist, Steve to the Dead, psychological style host, Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
If there was ever meaningful content, it's being produced right here on That Being Said.
Good joke, Shinko. Great joke. That added a lot. What's up, everybody? That being said, Sunday show in the house. We got Cerebral, Musical, Secret Musical, Wizard of Oz, all those, and we got a special guest for you. The one, the only, the Shinko. Fleur, how you feeling, my friend?
Hey, what's blooming, everybody? I'm here chilling with you guys, so I'm doing great. I hope you guys are doing okay.
Nice to have you back, actually, because you are a return guest, but that was a long time ago now, and you are back in the house, and it is nice to have you here with us for
Thank you.
This great Sunday show.
It's great. It's great to be on a real podcast.
It's been a fun week for sure. This is one of the weeks that is fun. Or
Yes.
A few weeks ago, it was not as fun, not so much stuff, but this week was fun. But before we get to that fun, musical style host that just released a new song, by the way. Awesome song. And he made the awesome thumbnail for today. The one, the only, Meerkat, business style announcements. Go ahead.
First, welcome everybody. What's up, you guys? Business stuff today. Our latest competition, the contest. I forgot how we called it, but we called it something. Anyways, the Gintro.
The Gintro.
As the name suggests, it is your task to create a 30-second at most intro for VSP. You can go completely out the box with that. Think about stuff, be creative. The rules are 30 seconds max, no copyrighted music, and that's about it. And we'll let you know when the deadline is. You have plenty of time.
Yes.
Another thing, the charity fundraiser movement is still active. You can get a T-shirt for the kids, links below, or you can buy the Guy Mini from Darksea's shop. Link is also below. I think that's pretty much all. Let's get right into the news.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those Guy Minis out in the wild now. I know Super Chuff has just put up a video about it. There's a couple others as well.
Yeah, it's awesome. They're getting sent out, and seems to be they look awesome, and everyone's happy with them. So that's the best. Is like, they aren't cheap, but you get something good. So it is cool. So that is awesome. And yeah, Super Scuffers in the chat now. Go check out this video if you want to see a detailed look at what it actually looks like in your fucking hand. Check out that video, and you can see that. So yeah, let's get into it here. This week is the week of begging. I guess that's every week, but the week of the
more specifically
begging for a few things. We also got some stuff, so that's kind of hype. So I guess we'll go there first. We did get a mini PC out of nowhere. It's like a random super, just comes.
Hail Mary
unearned.
PC.
It's completely unearned, totally safe. Well, actually, it might not be, but anyways, we did get the mini PC, and of course, he gets it, and he acts like, I have no idea what this is. I don't know if it's going to be able to do anything. Don't think this saves the business in any way because I don't know. His typical not that great shit. And he said it might be junk. Yeah, it might be junk. So that when you send someone something that costs $400, as a present, it's kind of not good when you say it might be junk. I think, but
yes.
it seemed to me oddly that he was not so sure about the sender and the sender's intentions. Maybe is that safe to say? He didn't seem so like it wasn't sent from like a Dutch Brothers package where he's like, "Oh, this shit is the best. Oh my god, they sent these lights, awesome fucking lights, dude. It's incredible. These LEDs that probably cost $20 on Amazon. He's like, oh, these are great. This one is $400, and he wasn't quite happy with it. You know what I'm saying? Is that because he just wants a bigger one, or is it because he doesn't trust the person? What do you guys think?
I think it's because he doesn't know. Just staking my claim right now. He doesn't know what it can do. He can't read the specs and understand them because he's not built PCs for so long. I think it does put to bed the rumor that he did actually build PCs. I think he just worked at a shop that sold PC components because he just doesn't know. I'm sure Prophet like had an embolism when that happened.
Oh God, yeah. They didn't make you PCs. Give me a break. Go ahead, America.
Yeah, I think he just took it because somebody was offering to give it to him and told him, hey, I'm going to give you a PC for free and I'll just send it out to you. And they had some correspondence behind the scenes and some emails and stuff. So DSP was reassured in, you know, the security and safety of the transaction. So he just took it. I mean, he takes everything. Have you seen the stream? All the intros on all the layouts, that's all just giving out handouts. So yeah, he just took it because he could take it and he did.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing stopping me from saying he's definitely bought it himself, because he doesn't seem to know what his capabilities are. He didn't seem to have a set reason to buy the thing. It was just like, oh, I can emulate games on it. Cool, we'll do that then. You know. Whereas you think if he bought the thing himself, he would have like had that in mind. You'd think. I know he likes just buying things, but yeah. Because at first I was leaning towards him going. You know, I'm always skeptical of this donated by a fan thing. But I don't know now.
He's been fishing for a Steam Deck for a while, though.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And that could be what the whole thing is about, right?
Yeah. Like I gotta agree. I gotta agree with Sam. Like I'm always team like he buys it himself. But usually when he buys something, even if it's something that he doesn't need, he goes with a justification for the purchase. Like he already knows about the product. He tries to sell you the product. But like this was just like, hey, I got a mini PC. I can do stuff with it now. And that would make me think like, you know, probably he's going through like a new whale probation period. Like he's just I don't know. Like maybe he doesn't know the guy, and you know it's a usually like I'm dead set on like a theory, but it's like it's just it I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah, this one's come out of left field. You know, it's just a weird one.
He made sure we knew he wasn't too happy about it. So Sam, I think you have some clips of that. Could you play which one do I want you to play first? Okay, the next day though, that's what I want to set up. The next day he talks about the next day he gets some information, of course, from his what did we call those guys? The monkeys with the
flying
winged
monkeys.
The flying monkeys. Yeah. And he learns some stuff about it because it's so hilarious. But could you play that, Sam? I think I have that one for you. The one
you
where
might
he
have to
says
tell me what the file name is, because
the file name is Mocking Fans 1. That means there's more than one of these.
I have.
This is a great one.
There you go.
So I've learned a lot more about this because several people have written me about it. It's funny because people always like, oh, I want to tell you all about it, or I'm excited. Here's what I think.
Isn't that to me came off as so asshole-ish?
Oh yeah, because it's like, dude, these people want to like help you with your. They want to help you with your new thing. Like, why are you being so like apprehensive about it? Like,
and he wonders why people don't give feedback. And he got pissed about that this week too. I'm kind of disheartened. No one's giving feedback over 20 hours. You see what happens when you give feedback? You just get laughed at. What are we gonna do? Okay, you laugh at us when we give feedback, or you stop the stream and start it all over if you ask a fucking question. You know, that's not going to that level. But it was pretty bad. And so I don't know if you guys know about mini PCs, but one thing that I learned is that they have no cooling solutions at all. Did you know this? This is big news for me. Coming from someone that used to make PCs, I really take this as fact too. So
yeah, and they also have AMD processors, which are quote unquote meant to overheat.
Oh yeah,
They're
I definitely got that. I definitely got
that.
That's how they make them.
Computers are totally meant to overheat. Like that's the whole purpose of a computer.
Go ahead, Sam.
There we go.
Did I literally not do a segment explaining that mini PC has no ventilation whatsoever? There's no fan or cooling. So even though it might play a 3D game, it's not meant to do that because it will overheat. AMD processors are meant to overheat. They're not good. They're not like Intel processors with a cooling solution. This thing is going to overheat.
What? Like
you can see them in like the AMD factory, can't you? Going sorted.
Yeah. Hey, Bill.
It's just how we do things here.
I can touch this one. I'm not burning. Come on. I want to see fire on that thing. Okay. The wording of they're meant to overheat was very funny.
So, like, as well, like the processors built with like you put a separate cooler on it. So like, why would an AMD one be any different to an Intel one in that respect? Like,
Exactly.
you put a thing on top of it to cool it, not. Oh, fucking hell, man.
Another great point. So yeah, this is again coming from someone that knows all about PCs and knows everything. There's no cooling solution, and you can't do anything. And he kept saying hobby box.
The fucking thing has vents in it. Come on, it has vents
yeah, it does
in
have
it.
vents. Of course, it has vents. It
And
has
yeah.
You can
pipes
see them on the
inside.
sides.
Yeah.
Which he thought were a speaker, a boombox speaker.
No.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No.
Speaker. Yeah.
That was one of the first things he
That's
said.
it.
Yeah.
Look, it's two
No, my
speakers here.
God.
What speakers?
It's a mini PC with surround sound, bro.
Never built a PC. He's never built one. He's never opened one. He's never cleaned one.
Come on, this is Dolby Digital sound right here coming out. Do you see the vents?
Do you see the size of this? Yeah, it's on fire. You got the flames from the PC adding to the ambiance. It's awesome, dude. It's incredible.
Blown away by like the mini HDMI cable as well. Look, that one's smaller. Why would you need the small one?
Oh god, yeah. Tech side, Phil. I love when it comes out. So we got a good berating, and the chat. I mean, it should say we didn't get berating. The PC got a good berating, and chat got a berating because chat, of course, was on top of it, saying like, "Dude, what are you saying?" You know, like, of course, the real fans didn't say anything, but a lot of fans were going out. Go ahead, Steve.
Did anyone try to point out to him the difference between onboard and integrated graphics?
No, he seemed to be somewhat aware of that.
He had an idea of what it was, yeah, but it's like on board means it's the motherboard. It's just the motherboard. Whatever you got on there is handling graphics. But integrated means it's built in. There's a graphics card on there built in. So and people were trying to like, you know, he's like, it's got integrated, so it won't be able to handle anything serious, you know.
Yeah, well, but the funny thing was, like, to begin with as well, like once I think, did he read out the specs and then someone said, "What's the GPU?" and he berated them, and then someone said, "What's the graphics card?" and he said, he then answered them.
Yeah.
It's on
that's
board.
Different. Come on, that's different. I understand those words. Please use words only I understand. If you use words I don't understand, I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
See, but he needs to have like a thesaurus like handy, like just so he can just understand.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to know more words.
No more words. He has enough words. Like chaperone. We got to get a nice chaperone for our PC buying. Big ups to Super Scuffer says, Shingo, please tell us about your cat animations on your stream. Will you do a video? Oh, he wants a video of the cat animations. I think that's a trade secret, though.
No,
Shingo.
Philly Spank.
No, I told you guys how to do it. It's just a picture. It's just reface. Just use that app, and then just use the picture where Phil and Kat are posing for their wedding day. That's the picture that I use. That's why.
Oh, you always use that one. Interesting.
Yeah. I've told you guys before.
I'll message you off stream.
It's not like the secret to Coke. Like it's like, you know, it's just a picture. That's it.
Does it work on erotic movies like a milk?
No. Okay, so I will tell you this.
Just check.
If it has anything with too much skin, the app will let you know.
Oh, interesting.
Like I did a face swap with like Nick Fuentes and Ethan Ralph with Hall and Oates.
Yeah.
And
of course, who doesn't do that? But
one of them had their shirts off, and it's like I literally had to like put dots on one of their nipples just to like it's a whole thing. So don't try to do no spicy stuff. That's why some people have asked me for spicy stuff, and they're like, I don't do that. And even if I wanted to, the app won't let me.
So, there'll be someone out there that will.
Yeah. Big up to Joe Dub says it's gonna blow up if he tries to play Pokemon Blue. Like Pokemon blew it up. Am I right? Nice one, Joe Dub. Blew it up.
Hey, well done.
And Logan says, whatever it is, he'll probably like it more than Cat's Hobby Box. Oh God, Hobby Box. Yeah, I love the Hobby Box. He keeps saying Hobby Box, and that's a fine word. Yeah, I get it. But does Phil know what Hobby Box means? I don't think so.
I don't. Can someone explain that to me? Because I don't know what that means.
It's my understanding. Go ahead, Sam. You say your understanding.
All I was going to say is that the word Hobby Box to me implies more than just turning it on, installing Steam, and playing like a SNES game or something like it, or whatever. It's like, it mean to me it implies tinkering with the settings, installing things you're not supposed to, or that kind of thing to me.
Yeah, just doing fucking around with the computer, But hobby would indicate that someone has a hobby, and let's be real, Phil has no hobbies. What's his hobbies? WB champions.
His hobby is schedules.
Oh, that's true.
Love schedules.
I still laugh when I hear when WTW Will said the like fourth most watched video was the schedule.
The schedule,
segment.
yeah. the hour and a half schedule, yeah.
That was
The
a hype
prep for
moment.
schedules.
That was very hype.
People turned up in droves for that, didn't they?
Yeah, oh God, yes, of course. So in the end, we get to the conclusion that it's hot. Oh, Sam, could you play Molten Lava, please? That's a good clip. Molten Lava.
Certainly. Certainly can. Here you go.
So can you imagine, even if you could get it to run a 3D game, this thing is going to heat up like molten lava within an hour of using it.
3D
A
game.
3D game.
He's living in the past.
PSX. He thinks that box can't handle PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
That box is like 30 years out of date.
I think he's just trying to play Pong in a smooth, buttery smooth 60 frames.
I think maybe he's thinking like 3D is like VR or something. You know, like
I just think that shows how much of a he's 20 years behind in his sort of lingo, isn't he? He's thinking of
3D games.
He's thinking of when he worked at Best Buy, isn't he?
Yeah, like when graphics cards were all about like they were able to run 3D games, which was the big thing at the time. Like no one refers to it that now because it's just the norm, it's just that's what the graphics are now, basically. Yeah. So he just comes across very boomerish.
But yeah, that was super hype back in the day. When you could play that. What's that like horror game? The first horror game where it's like real tank controls. I definitely played it.
Resident Evil. Oh, Clock Tower.
No,
Alone in the
House
Dark.
of the Dead. House of the Dead.
Before that. House of the Dead. No, I think before that even.
Before
We're
that?
talking before that. I'm aging myself here, but before that.
Seriously, I'm going to say it. Alone in the Dark.
Oh yeah, Alone in the Dark is definitely it. Yeah, and that the game where it's like graphics are not existent, but
Resident
3D.
Evil, yeah,
it was
yeah.
hype, man. That was hype. That's what Phil's thinking of, like that. So Phil's going to use this for Chrono Trigger to try it out if he can get it to start, which he's going to of course unbox it, hook it up. We get to unbox. That's going to be tonight actually. So tonight.
No,
so go ahead, Sam.
no, it's
Isn't it?
Monday.
Because versus the internet, and then he has a night stream after that.
Yeah, he's
No,
reacting.
he's taking that off.
Oh shit! Never mind. Okay.
Patreon.
So yeah.
Patreon.
He was so excited to get that new PC that he waited for like 3 days just to plug it into the power socket to see if it actually works. And along that previous topic about how much out of touch he is, he had this segment when he was reading what he called stats, also known as specs. And he said that the storage on this device was 1 terabyte. And he also said that most of the time the operating system takes a third of your hard drive. What? So his OS would take like 250 gigs, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yes.
Not 250, it's like 330.
He needs one terabyte for the operating system. Yeah, that was definitely indicated.
Yeah.
So we
And
all
what
need
Windows-
them, of course. Windows
10 takes up about 15 gig. Yeah, so man.
He actually specifically said that when he pulled out the list of specs he came up with last year when he was about to be shopping for a PC, and he said he needed like 3 to 5 terabytes for other stuff and 1 terabyte just for Windows, which was incredible.
Oh yeah, he said that recently as well. He was recapping the specs from last year, wasn't he? And he said, I need a 1 terabyte boot drive. So,
What fucking terabyte for Windows? I mean,
all the big content creators, they all have server towers. They all work off the server towers. No laptops, no MacBooks, just straight up, just like.
This is something I was going to mention actually. Can we just take a moment to think about the fact that DSP Gaming now has 3 PCs in that office. Like his stream will consist of 3 PCs that are all being used in the most like inefficient way. Like that's nuts to me. That this like 15-year-old business is running on all this like just junk.
it's wild to me that one of them is solely to record his stream.
Yeah.
When you could either leave it up or download it and re-upload it that way.
Exactly.
But,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's the whole thing's just completely inefficient. Yeah, like like
you think
I'm
it's
sure
part of
there's
his LARP? Like he likes to do inefficient things to just LARP as a big boy. So it's like, look, I gotta work with 3 PCs, man. That's how hard it is to run this business.
I think that's it. Yeah.
That's going to be contributing. I think there's going to be another part of it that's like, because he will be told what to do better. Someone will tell him, oh no, Phil, you could do better like this. But Phil, like as a narcissist, thinks, no, I'm right. So he'll go out of his way and will expend more energy to avoid doing something. So it's like, I could just learn how to run this thing and just learn to which settings I need to tweak. or I could just like record and do it my way. And he'll go and do it his way, even if it does end up costing him more, just because. So there's going to be part of that as well. Yeah. Going to be a bunch of things influencing this.
Also, as well, he's now going to have 2 keyboards and 2 mice, isn't he? Because
oh god, yeah,
he's got the streaming PC over there, which he has to turn that way to put his to do the on OBS and whatever, and then but also now he's going to have presumably a Bluetooth one that's going to connect to his TV. So he's going to have 2 keyboards here, and he's going to get all mixed up. And oh my god,
you just gave him an idea to beg. Now we're gonna see the next stream. Guys, I have these new computers, right? So I can't have the wires everywhere. So I need the new Bluetooth, the new, I know I can just get a regular Logitech, but that PlayStation has a keyboard, and if I can use that keyboard, we're gonna see some.
Guys, it's like this is a gaming PC. I need a gaming keyboard. I need an expensive gaming keyboard because this PC I'm playing games on it. So I need the best keyboard and mouse. How much? 70 quid, 120 quid for a keyboard? Yeah, no, it's not enough.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Oh god. Okay, so
I need the backlights. I need it lit up.
Panhandling for peripherals.
Yes. Okay, so the mini PC, he got that for free. Okay, so it's just no skin off anyone's back except for that donator. Okay, fine. But he can't be he's not fully happy with it. But the begging does happen, and the begging is all about fight stick. Okay, the fight stick. We need a fight stick. And I want to remind everyone, last week, he went on Amazon to get these special buttons, these whatever buttons it is, Sanwa, the Sanwa buttons. Oh, you got to have Sanwa buttons, dude. If you don't have those, no way you fucking make Master. You crazy? Get the fuck out of here. So he bought those, and now he wants to make those obsolete already because he wants to play on PlayStation. And what's the theory behind what's his logic behind wanting to play PlayStation?
Well,
optimized optimized player base for MK1, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's all to do with Mortal Kombat. The player because that's not going to be
cross-platform,
crossplay
like Street
yet.
Fighter.
Yeah. So
yet,
exactly. Yeah, he's getting it all sorted for that, but he wants it before Street Fighter. He wants to play before then on Street Fighter 6. So yeah.
Which means he has to buy Street Fighter 6.
Makes sense. So
again,
it's all. And then he told, I remember he talked about the bigger player pool. He had like bigger player pool, play more competition,
When Tekken goes out.
So he wants to get this new fight stick, and the fight stick, he goes through the fight stick options, right? He's like, okay, here's one option, but we're gonna have to get the different buttons. So really, I just want this, and it's the top of the line $500 one he wants. Okay, so he goes into beg mode for this, and he wants your buy-in. He wants your buy-in for this as well. And
he's also pointed out very briefly. He's also pointed out that he has a previous stick that he used for the PS4 that will work on the PS5, and his response to that is, but it don't feel right.
Yep. Yeah. Also, it's busted up apparently.
It's old.
Whatever that means.
He elaborated on how busted it was.
You know what it means. You've been watching the Street Fighter streams. All that tap 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 tap. Yeah, that thing is busted up. I believe it.
He does beat the shit out of it. That is true. He does go bam 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 bam. You hear this banging. Could we please get to? yeah.
I dropped my combo.
And then you got to say you got to do the thing where you I didn't do anything. I wasn't doing anything. Even though the banging of the buttons is right there. I didn't push anything. Okay.
He goes, when you hear the keys, and then he goes, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what that means. I'm not into the fighting.
Yeah,
games,
I don't get that. Like you're doing something. You're pressing a button.
Is that a good excuse that you should be able to use now? I don't know. I guess he thinks it is.
Look, I've explained it before. There's input delay. Okay, so
big ups to Rito Ryan, who says, I imagine Phil hearing the word integrated and immediately becomes skeptical about how trustworthy the PC is. Probably. I mean, big ups to who is it? Dominic. Big ups for the membership, Bob. You are a legend. And also, Joey Rivera says, yesterday was hopefully an eye-opener to those who swear Pigbert changed his most true traits. Oh, who swear Pigbert changed. His most true traits were on full display, but it was amazing to find out on top of a BA, he also has a computer science degree. Huh?
No way.
Wait,
Oh, and this is a joke. I don't think you're that.
Yeah, he's joking. He's joking.
Yeah, got it.
But the computer science lore is pretty interesting because apparently he signed up for computer science class in university or computer science course, curriculum, whatever. And then the teacher couldn't teach him the things in a proper way, so he quit.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's some good lore. He says like the teacher was so inept that everyone else knew what was going on, but he didn't, and it's the teacher's fault.
Right, wait. I mean, it's just like when everybody else in the class gets it and you don't. I mean,
You don't. Yeah.
That's the teacher's fault, guys. Come on, what? You expect me to know that? What?
The class learned it the wrong way. Like they learned it, but they weren't supposed to learn it that way. So that it's their fault.
do you think it was like a more advanced class, like it was an intermediate level, not like a hey, come here if you want to learn computer science, but hey, come here if you know things and you need to.
Oh yeah, that could be.
Yeah,
He
that could
signed up
be.
for the next level. Like, okay, I'm not level one, so intro. Fuck
I
that
know.
shit.
I've built a PC. I know. I don't need to do the intro to computer science.
Yeah, I know words.
They're just going to
Terabyte.
tell me what RAM means anyway. So
Yeah. RAM. I know all these words. I'm going to the second level. Yeah. Ira says he can get a $10 adapter that adds only 1.3 milliseconds. Yeah, but for Phil, that's too much for him.
Phil will be able to see that 1.3 milliseconds.
That's not enough for Phil. Phil needs to spend more money. Only $10? No, that's not
$10.
gonna
Get the fuck out of here. What's
Get out of
going
here.
on? Walmart.
He needs to show that he makes more money than LTG. He needs to show it.
Oh,
we'll get to that.
You brought that in, yeah.
Just quickly though, just on that topic of this input delay thing, if input delay is now such a huge concern, then why is he sitting across the other side of his room from his TV? I know we've brought it up before, but you're playing on a TV, man. Across, TV is not an efficient way. If input delay is a
matters
concern,
to you, yeah. And he brought that is a shitty
monitor,
it's a shitty monitor too. It's a shitty TV. Remember, it was like a few $100, right, on Amazon. Even though he did the payment plan.
Oh, you paid 800, wasn't it?
Oh, 800.
Yeah, it was like 800
Not bad.
bucks,
Not bad. Yeah. So, I mean, well, the excuses never end. So this is the first. Go ahead, Mr. Shinko.
So I just want to ask this question real quick. So, did anybody find out why he specifically wanted to get an expensive TV instead of an expensive monitor?
Because he could.
Because that's how gaming is done.
It's bigger.
It's the gamer thing. Yeah. It's the
because he could get it. Because he could get it on finance.
Yeah, that's why.
Well, yeah, that too.
Remember how excited he was? What? I can pay this off? What? Holy shit! Payment plans?
Also, he's been ranting since the dawn of time how the gaming experience is you sitting back on the couch and looking at a big TV, not on a gaming monitor scrunched up in front of the desk and in this and this and this.
But
so he needs to get a PC.
But that's his. That's his gaming experience.
Yeah,
video camera
there. Because my thing is when he plays the game, right? The sound is coming out of those shitty neck phones, right?
Yes.
So you already got the sound. So just get the optimized player experience and just get a big ass fucking monitor.
No, can't do that.
I don't get now how his setup would be all that different if he had a decent monitor.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if you can get 55-inch monitors. I'm not sure, but surely you could just have it closer to you.
Yeah, but his setup is a setup. That's never fucking changes until he decides to change it. And he'll say he's a genius for changing
closer to the object.
Yeah,
it's all about that feng shui.
Big. That's a good question. Go ahead, Mirka.
Just real quick. He could have got some basic kind of desk right in front of him. Hook up the monitor there. Put the laptop on the other side of the monitor. That's what I'm doing right now. It's really simple, straightforward, and the rest of his setup would remain the same. PC is still going to be there. Camera is still going to be there. Microphone. It's all going to be the same thing. All he has to do is turn around on his chair when he's gaming.
Yeah. It's just the most bizarre setup you can possibly imagine.
He's got a dual monitor, hasn't he?
Yeah, but it's connected to his PC, which is streaming from, and he's obviously got his OBS, but that's over there, and the one monitor is presumably turned to one side.
Yeah,
which is why when he does his tier makers and he's typing things out, he's always like this.
So bad.
And we didn't bring that up. We didn't bring that up on when we were talking about the the emails he was looking at the other day. Obviously, he was bringing those up on OBS, bringing them up with his mouse, and then looking over like that. Like, so, you know, this is what I mean. Inefficient. It's just completely bizarre.
It always makes it funnier to think about how his job at the helicopter support company was finding out what's the optimal way to do a process and optimize the actual process. It always makes it funnier.
Reminder, that was his job, is to find inefficiencies and make them
And he
more
was
efficient.
commended for it.
He was
as well.
commended. He was
Recognized.
Yes. He was going above and beyond. By the way, yesterday, I went back, watched one of his older videos talking about his life story. And I looked up the ACE certification, you know, the Achievement Competitive Excellence. That shit is as worthwhile as a free certificate from LinkedIn. This shit is trash.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's just like a corporate. It's just like a corporate rigmarole to like boost morale. Like, you did something great. You have a certificate for it. Like, you did good. Look, this is from a company. This is from an accredited place. Like, you can hang this somewhere. Like, it doesn't need. It's like what's that thing they call ITIL? Like, it's like it's an information technology. They have like this thing called ITIL. It's like a certification, like how to like fucking like put shit in boxes correctly or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just a worthless certificate.
Oh yeah, it's like when you get office certification, where it's like
it's the same thing.
You could use Word, you can like open a document and you can do a PowerPoint presentation and do simple stuff in Excel.
Yeah, you put it in your drawer and you forget about it.
You forget about it.
You don't put it on the fucking wall in a frame. You like filled in.
I got it. You see this? I got the certification that, you know, the company paid for.
Oh God, yeah, the company spent millions of dollars on my education. Remember that? He said that too. They not millions, but they spent a lot.
He also
on his
said when they were firing him, they didn't care about his certification. They didn't care about it, and he was going above and beyond. You guys know the gimmick, but there's some parts of that story that are particularly hilarious. So I would encourage everybody to go out and check out the video called DSP's Life Story. It's from a long time ago, but it's a segment of a Hate Live podcast where he summarizes his entire life since literally the day of his birth. Mm-hmm. He starts from the moment he was born. It's the most DSP story ever.
Guys, just think his parents put it on the fridge.
Oh God, yes.
He came home with it. He was like, "Look what it didn't work today."
I'll put it right here, sweetie.
I put it in your hair combing chair. Yeah, put it right in front of the hair combing chair.
Look at my big boy being all efficient, saving the company money. Look at it.
Okay, I know there's so many like audio clips we'd love to have and pay for, but wouldn't you love to hear that audio when Phil got fired or laid off? Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, he would say all this shit. Yo, what? I got this certificate. You gave it to me even 2 months ago. It's all going to waste. Like, yeah, we give those out to kind of everybody, you know. And Phil's like, what? You spent millions. You said I was almost, you know, I was doing a great job. Yeah, we kind of say that to everyone in your position, low-level position. You know how it goes. You know, Phil's like, what? This whole world is crashing.
I want to hear the promises. Like, you said it. You know, you guys would promise me there's growth in the company.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, we say a lot of stuff on those. We try to get people to work here, you know, upward mobility. We all say that stuff, you know. But Dominic has a good question here, and I want to see what you guys think. What are your thoughts on him wanting to play Street Fighter 6 on PS because he's afraid of having his mains in Diamond and Master? Ranks don't transfer, right? So if he starts a new system and start over time, he can start over and not have to play higher ranked players. That will give him a lot of streams of people he can dominate and feel, I'm a great player again, guys. Look.
It's not going to last though, is it? Because soon we'll get to that point again where players better than him. So it's not going to take that long.
I guess it extends the lifespan of Street Fighter 6 if it ever came to him rage quitting it at some point, then at least he's got a bit longer on there, presumably.
Join me, everybody, on the journey back to Master. That's right, we're starting on the PS5 and we're going back.
Yeah,
on a new system. It's a new fight stick. It's going to be, you know, a new player base. So it's going to be all new. You know, give me money.
Yeah, so he can wreck everyone for a while and then get to Master again and then be where, you know, level he should be.
His life's problems would all be solved if he just put his ego aside and just lean into the whole clown gimmick. Like it's who he is, man. Like the Street Fighter Assault, you know, it's not him attacking people directly. It's not him being toxic towards his audience. It's just entertainment from the game. Like this is the closest streaming. This is the closest in terms of a streaming experience that we actually get from Phil. So like instead of him just like bullshitting and try to get to like diamond, just play the game and just rage. Tell Guile to eat your ass when he teabags you again. Like just play the game, bro.
Oh, real quick, just sent in my Discord something from a LinkedIn profile from Mr. Dave Burnell, a public LinkedIn profile. This is what he describes his job was at the helicopter company. Helicopter support. This is what Dave Burnell says he does. This is from Meth Bear. Thanks, Meth Bear.
It's like pat him on the side and go, "You did a good job today."
This is pretty hype. All right, so this is what Dave Burnell did. He developed, implemented, and instructed programs in ACE, achieving competitive excellence. So Dave, DSP's dad, taught the course that Phil got the certifications from.
Oh, what a story.
It's just,
oh my God.
It's the most Phil thing, isn't it? Yeah. When you think about like his college degree, you think about how he got there. And...
It all makes sense now.
Holy fuck. His dad had extra copies, after the course. Yeah, Phil, you take one too. Oh, yeah.
Your man really printed out one for his son. He was like, here.
Just so you don't feel left out as well.
Can't do anything else with you. Can't ride a bike with his son. Can't go fishing with his son. Can't go gas grilling with his son. Doesn't have a gas grill, asshole.
God, he couldn't even earn the certificate, man. That's it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Oh man, that's a very hype share there, Meth Bear. Legend.
God, next time he brings it up, somebody has to ask him, "Hey Phil, who taught the course? Do you remember who taught the course?" Yeah.
Who taught that course? I'm just interested.
Real quick on the Dominic question about Street Fighter, just my 2 cents. DSP
please.
proved everything he set out to prove is that he still got it by getting Blanca to master. And from then on, he has nothing else to prove and no reason to get challenged at all or put pressure on himself. So on PlayStation, he's just gonna smurf, stomp a bunch of casuals, and have fun without any kind of pressure.
Oh my God, I'm still crying over the certification thing.
His dad taught the course. Logan says, if input delay truly mattered to Phil, he'd use a PC. Yes, that's because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to him.
It's an excuse. It's a shield for him. It's
His
if he got on
favorite
PC, it would just be an excuse he couldn't use anymore, and he needs more of them. So, yeah.
Yep.
Reno Ryan says, guys, I'm so important. When I was born, I got a birth certificate. That's how
Very good.
Well done.
They say I got my whole life ahead of me. Joe Dub, big up, says he was like, where am I working? You still haven't told me. Yeah, in the meeting, he would be like that. Black Mage says, this episode is dangerously urban. Oh no, urban style. Careful.
Urban style. Who's biting their nails? Who's biting?
No one. I haven't done it yet. I'm fighting it. TJ Gamebox says all that certification and he still begs for money. Yeah, and that's a good segue into a few comments. Sam, can you please play the one about LTG, if you don't mind? Remember, all this begging happened this week, right? All this.
Real
I really
quick.
need your buy-in. Yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry, because I think this is kind of a funny point. While we're on the fight stick stuff, just to close it off. So he did buy the fight stick. He did buy PlayStation Plus. He did buy Street Fighter 6 on the PlayStation. But guys, trick question. What is the one thing he didn't buy?
Bloodwork for Jasper.
Mortal Kombat. Oh, that too. And
Mortal Kombat. The game he actually wanted to buy all that other shit for.
Wow.
We're saving the Jasper shit, man. Don't worry.
We'll get Jasper. Don't worry.
No. Wait, this is even big because isn't this like a scam? Like he's scamming his audience out of MK1.
Yeah,
no, he's gonna buy it eventually.
He's gonna buy it eventually, but.
Anyway, some weight on it.
The whole rigmarole was, when you're trying to get your parents to buy you something, and you don't really need it, but you try to give some bullshit excuses. Like I remember when I wanted a new computer, I was like, all right, I could do my schoolwork so fast with this. Like now I'm doing this. I'm doing this laptop. 5 years old, it sucks. But if we
need room,
you gotta sell it. You gotta sell it.
Yeah, you gotta sell. Phil was in hardcore selling mode. All the benefits that you get.
We almost got a PowerPoint.
He almost broke it out. It was all this shit you're gonna get. Oh God, you're gonna blow your mind, guys. It's gonna improve the stream so fucking much.
If Dave taught Microsoft Office certification, we could have had a PowerPoint presentation for
it. Yeah. And then so he gives you the illusion of choice, but then says, well, I really need the most expensive one. You know, like it doesn't make
it's
sense.
that,
And
yeah.
like, you
The
know, like
shit
I
one
need.
is good. It will help me, get okay. But if you want to see the best gameplay footage from me here on GSP Gaming, we need to consider the expensive option.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He almost pulled the EDP like it's alright, but I need the more expensive one.
Yeah, he's right there. But then, okay, so then now that's we talked about this for a few days. I think it's like 2 or 3 days. We talked about it. Want to get maybe 2 days only. I can't remember exactly.
It wasn't long.
It wasn't long. I thought it was less than 2 days.
Maybe, yeah. And then but then in between streams yesterday, Phil just said, "You know what? Fuck it. I'm done with these assholes. I'm gonna buy it myself." And he just fucking bought it in between streams. And he was late for his streams, by the way. Professional streamer. Sorry guys, I was late. I was spending your money you gave me. And that was it. And he bought it out of nowhere because let's be real, the buy-in for everything has been low this week and low this month, actually. This lowest month ever. But Phil seems to not be, he's begging a lot, but he's also buying a lot. I think he's really going through something this week. Like he was just erratic, right? Massive begging, massive, making fun
Spending.
of LTG. I'm better than LTG.
Yep.
Buying Fight Stick. He was all over the place this week. But could you?
Well, we've
yeah,
said, haven't we? You're heading towards mental breakdown territory. We're in prime midlife crisis territory.
Oh,
and as an addict, once again, this is another thing. It's a coping method for Phil, and we've seen him go through his coping methods because they're not working. They're not helping him shut out like the reality of his situation and his life. So we've been wailing on champions. We've been more like okay with having gin on the stream, and give us $100, I'll happily. We're now at like another coping method that he's used: spending, just buying shit. We've seen through like the plunge and the Density Scrolls all the shit behind him on his like kitchen counter. We know all the shit he filled up that condo with. We've not seen anything of his current house, so we can assume it's also similarly full of shit. Otherwise, he would be okay with showing it. So, yeah, he's buying shit. It helps him feel good. And again, like with the others, they're not working as well because he's built up tolerance to them. So he's just having to buy more stuff more often. Previously, it was like, well, we need to shop for a TV, guys. We need to look at this and this and this. And that's probably the last time he thinks to himself, that's the last thing I spent something on, Ignore everything else, that memory hold. That's the last big thing I bought. So I need to buy something else that's big now.
Yeah.
Oh, I need a new stick. Yep. Great, yeah. He's an addict and he's built up tolerance and consumptive addictions like this don't ease. They don't get better. They get worse. So, yeah, now we're going on to the begging. We're going on to, guys, I really need your help this week. Things have been tight because, as you've seen, I've made a huge investment into the channel. And, if you really could support, it would be appreciated. Like, a super thanks, a super sticker, a super chat, a gifted membership.
Liking the stream. Go ahead.
Oh, and tips. And tips.
Yeah, tips. Oh, yeah, tips. Forgot about those. Yeah, tips.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm just to piggyback off of what Steve's saying. And like one of the biggest things, like one of the things like I say the most is that's detrimental to Phil is that there's no one physically there to tell him like, bro, you need to stop. Like, bro, this is stupid. But like, not even like stop him from spending, but just like when he goes to make those decisions, like, that's a little weird. That's a little, don't do that. Not even attack him or tell him it's stupid. Just straight out, just like, hey, you might want to take a break. And since there's no one there to do that, because, Kat doesn't give a fuck. She's just there. That's, for the free ride. It's just spiraling.
Yeah.
And so we went from, in 24 hours, we went from, guys, I really want to buy this. I'm hoping that we can make this happen. Oh, Sam, please play the fadeaway bag. I really loved. The fadeaway bag was when he was ending upstream. This is before he bought it. The day before he bought it, the fadeaway sneak bag before buying
sneak
himself.
bag one. Yeah.
Sneak bag.
Here
Yeah,
it is.
This is a great one.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you all. Hope to see you for the podcast tomorrow. I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are after today. Hopefully, some people are interested in that joystick deal, so I can play fighting games on PS5. That'd be amazing. But I guess we'll see. All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Deal.
What a deal.
A deal. That sounds like he's selling. He's like offering something for purchase, right? Hopefully, people. Hey, I'm selling this. I'm selling these fight sticks. 200 hours this week only. It's a good deal. You interested in this deal? No. He's talking about deal as in you buy it for him and give to him. That's the deal.
That's the deal.
Here's the deal.
And in
What a
return,
deal.
you get to watch me play Street Fighter with it on a new
And
console.
still give me money.
Yeah, and give me money again. Yeah.
What a deal. Love
Again,
that.
though, like I'm struggling to see how any of this shit that he buys himself is like investment into the stream. Like it's always stuff that like benefits him in some way. It's never like, you know, like pre-made overlays that make your stream look better or stuff like that. You know, it's always
soundboards
like,
or anything.
So, yeah, like get your stream deck working, a better PC to up the, you know, the presentation or, you know, things like that. It's always like shit that's like,
or get actual artwork.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry.
He'll
The console, like he needs like buy a table at least. Like I'm not gonna lie, like the whole rolling cart on like covered with a sheet, that shit infuriates me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
That is probably the last thing he's bought himself in it. The artwork behind him, because he bought that when he had money and he was flexing. Everything else has come from fans. Those are the last things he bought. The things he's currently draping his shirts over.
Yeah, and even that's starting to like kind of get memory hold a little bit, which, you know, is one of those things where you're like, did they buy it for him, or is this another one where you've said they bought it for you and, you know, but you actually bought it yourself? Like, you keep saying about how like I upgraded this, I upgraded that, like the lighting and all this, and it's like,
I plugged it in.
I just randomly sent you this stuff, like, you know.
Oh yeah. On that note, please, Sam, play this one. Play. Can anyone explain this? Because this one is I really want to know what this means. So, Chad, I'm gonna ask you here to help me.
Oh,
yeah. Listen to this. Tell me what this means, please.
Yeah. There you go.
So now everything's improved this year, right? Even though I'm still using the same equipment, I'm optimizing the use of the equipment I have, and things are better.
Can you tell me what that means? What he was trying to say?
That last part I didn't get.
Say it again. Play it again.
Optimizing the use of that equipment. Yeah.
That's just because he split the load on his recording. That's literally all he's talking about. It can't be anything else. He's not optimized anything else.
I think that is literally all it is, to do with his OBS settings, right?
But I've put the lights behind me. Does that not count? You know?
Well, he's using the same equipment, but he's utilizing it better.
Oh, he did also optimize the lights, because the other day when Jasper was messing around in the back, he figured out that the lights were actually turned another way where they weren't as bright as they could be, and he turned them around. So now they're optimal.
That is optimization, yes.
Okay. Optimize their position on the ground.
Yep.
Oh, big ups to your cat. I'm sorry. That's why I laughed so hard. Just came in.
He heard Jasper.
The moment we mentioned Jasper, yeah.
He's a Jasper stan for sure. Because the Black Mages, ALT had to sell his parents on an Apple II for Oregon Trail. Thank you for that. That's a 6 out of 10. Oregon Trail reference. Oregon Trail reference, always appreciated. Okay. So then, real quick, also all this begging happened after a flex. When I say flex, I mean this. Okay, remember, we're done with LTG. Fuck LTG, dude. We're not talking about LTG anymore. What the hell? Are you crazy? Then he had this to say. Sam, could you please play the, you know which one I'm talking about?
I certainly can.
This is hilarious. Goblino says he apparently makes more money than you. I will absolutely, positively guarantee you, he does not make more money than me. That's fucking ludicrous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Even with all those paid subs that he claims that he gets on Twitch and shit. No. Sorry.
You can hear the smugness. You can close your eyes and hear the smugness.
Speaking of which, I actually sent a screenshot of the exact smug face he made, a little bit higher in the Discord.
Yeah, get that
And it's one of the smuggest, most disgusting fucking grin that I've seen on anybody's face. Absolutely
Smugness
repulsive.
you can feel.
Arnold Rimmer is more humble than that. There's another British one.
Yeah.
So, dude, just think about this. So he says this and then complains about he complained about the PS Home shit. That was $10. I don't have money for that. He also said, Sam, please play No Money For. This one. He said this after saying LTG makes more money than him.
Oh, yeah, I know the one. Yeah,
I actually don't have any money for anything. Like, I know upcoming there's supposed to be a DSP Tries It episode I'm supposed to do. I don't even have money right now to buy anything for it.
But I mean, like, we've heard a lot of that throughout. Like, for me, listening to DSP as long as I have, for me to hear that dude say, "There's no way LTG makes more money than me," is fucking hilarious. Because all I hear from this dude is, "Oh wait, take my wife on a honeymoon? I can't do that. What? Go to the zoo? I can't do that. Oh yeah, I would go ahead and buy these games, but I can't do that. I have all these bills. I gotta pay. Like, bro, if you make more money than LTG, that should be taken care of.
He's really talking out of both sides of his mouth with this stuff about how begging for stuff. I need your buy-in for everything, but also I make more than LTG. I'm a bigger deal than LTG, and he made fun of LTG's rank on Street Fighter too. He won't let that go because LTG is doing the exactly right thing he should do, ignoring him, which makes him the most pissed off. Not even significant enough to talk about. That's how LTG's handling it correctly.
Best way.
Please keep that out, LTG. And we got the fucking Evo going on, and Phil wanted to stop Evo, which is so hilarious.
He wanted to get back. He wanted to get back at everybody with just one event. He wanted to fight LTG, to get back at the FGC that shunned him, to get back to the tournament that basically like made him a laughing stock, to get back at Keemstar, to get back at Wings and Boogie for making money, all with a shitty ass fucking Street Fighter set that he was not even willing to pay LTG for.
It's all just like completely unfounded. Like it was just him saying something to stir the hornet's nest. Because he used the word claims in that little thing about LTG. He said all the subs that he claims he gets, and it's like, no, but you can see how many subs he gets.
Yeah. Phil, who lives off gifted subs.
Yeah, some people have said LTG allegedly sub bots or whatever that is. They're people claiming that. So maybe some of the flying monkeys went back to Phil and told him that that's happening. So that's why he was so smart about it.
Of course,
Probably.
everything negative about everything else is true. Oh God, it's true.
Yeah, because back in the day, I remember that super smug segment. It was probably one of the smuggest segments of DSP of all time, where he accused Tevin of having view bots and refused to elaborate, and then just carried on.
Yeah, he just says stuff.
Big ups to Yona Hall says, Dent should keep sending DSP low-grade electronics he doesn't know how to use. He can't sell because he won't interact with people, and he can't dump because he don't fit in the garbage disposal. Yeah. He's stuffing it down. This thing is new. It'll handle the computer, honey. Push it in harder.
Just beat the strip lights in.
Yeah. Oh, careful. Wait till it cools down. It's still on fire, honey. It's AMD. And Cat's like, oh yeah, of course. AMD. That's what they're meant to do.
We could have fried an egg on that. Let's get it back out.
Yeah, definitely. Big up bikes. You need a helicopter sport hat if possible. Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah,
helicopter
Sikorsky
company
hat,
hats, they don't have. I've definitely looked into it. Sikorsky has hats, but they're kind of like, not like, hey, this is Sikorsky. If it was that, I would definitely get it. But
if anyone has one and wants to invest in the pod stream, we have a PO box, and I really feel like it would benefit, to be honest. On the same topic, actually, I could do with a new stream deck, and I really feel like it would benefit because I'm running out of buttons for all these sound effects. So
Sam needs more burgers. We need more burgers on this stream. Yeah.
Like 15 buttons is cool, but the 25 button version, it's just better for everybody. If
Look,
guys, it benefits
do you know how much these cost?
Optimize the streams.
Anyways, so let's move on to anyways, that's the kind of anything else on the fight stick nonsense we should talk. Oh, what am I thinking? Kat just reminded me. Steve, how about the thought that Phil will pay $500 for a fight stick, but not $300 for blood work on a cat?
No, can we not dwell on that thought, because it just translates into like this primal scream of despair within me after everything. And I was like, right, okay, things will be quiet with Jasper now. He had the thing where he was pouring at Phil's shirts behind the background. He's like, for fuck's sake, Phil, he needs attention. That's it. It's out. I'm done. It'll be fine now. Yeah. Jasper will be quiet for a few weeks, and then he drops fucking $500 on that. He comes back and he says, and he didn't even need it. And he's like, right, guys, I think it's time to make the announcement.
Oh,
I just spent a lot of money.
Yeah. And he didn't want to get the blood work because it was an upsell. It was an upsell. You want to talk about an upsell? It's buying a fight stick for a system that you don't even play. You don't have to have it. That's an upsell for yourself. He upsold himself.
When you have one that already works on it, and you've got the game for another console and a fight stick for that. Yeah.
That is upselling yourself, talking yourself into buying something. So we went from, in 24 hours, we went from, guys, I need your buying to buy this stick. I'm still thinking about what we're going to get, to I bought it. Now I need your buying anyway. So we need your buy no matter what. It's just before or after, right? So hopefully it came before. It didn't happen. All right, I bought it myself. Now I need your buy-in after because I bought it, guys. So of course I need
He'll have bought it
Yeah,
regardless.
Yeah.
It's
coming out of the YouTube pay, innit? He's like, fuck the bill that's due later this month. Don't pay for that. I can afford it now, so I'm having it now. Can't delay gratification. And again, it's narcissist, poor impulse control. So he's bound to, automatically think, right, I know best. I know what's right for me and my stream and what I should do with my money. But when somebody who knows more is telling him this is best for the health of your pet, he's like, nah.
No way.
No.
Fuck it.
I want to see if the champion spending has gone down. I don't think it has.
I don't think it has.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
An addict always makes way for their addictions. Like he'll sacrifice something to get those pulls. Guaranteed.
So I'm looking for 4 days ago. He spent $527 at the new event for the Muhammad Ali event, and there is a new.
That could have done it.
$527.
Like I said,
for Muhammad Ali, a great WWE wrestler we all know and love, right?
You know what would have been
Ali.
cool? It would have been cool if he would have just spent the money on blood work for Jasper, and then used that as a segue to beg. That could have been a cool
that's
segue.
smart
to
of
beg.
begging. Always use health. Yeah, that's the better way to beg.
$300 this would have been. It was 230 quid. $300 for fucking blood work. Complete hematology. And what it is it's cost because you've got the equipment that they use, the actual process of taking it to a lab and having it analyzed, and then the results being sent to the vet and analyzed by that. So that's what it is. That's why it's expensive. But it's the health of your pet. It's
his son. Don't say pet. Don't say pet.
You guys know.
Don't say fucking pet.
His child.
You have to say
That's
pet.
his child.
Yeah. Don't
That
say
is
pet.
his seed. Okay.
Son.
Like it was so difficult doing that video, and I had to get it out because it was having such an impact on me. And the one positive that I've taken from this is just so many people telling me about their cats and how much they appreciated that because it was so difficult to do. But there's been so many people who've been like, I've had pets, I've had cats, I've, dealt with the pet. I've paid this much because and so it's just reassuring. So thank you for everybody who did say that. It really helped.
I know, Shinko, you care about cats for sure. Remember you talking
dude,
with
it's like
Keemstar.
this is like I have no, like I said, I have no qualms about what I said to Keemstar about the cat. Like we care about cats here in New York. Like right now, as we speak, two door, like there's one door here and then there's another door outside. There's actually 3 feral cats that like I take care of. Bodega cats. Literally, bodega cats are literally cats that people grab off the street, throw them in the store, and be like, "Look, you live here now." Like we care about cats. And the thing is just I can understand if if there was actually something wrong with Phil, like if he was like legitimately like super slow, but he's not, and he's going out of his way to neglect this cat. Like that's the thing that kills me. It's not like he's like being actually stupid and forgetting to do shit. He is going out of his way to be neglectful. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just fucking pay the money for the cat, pay the money for the blood work, beg for it later. You would, I don't think the detractors they probably would have made fun of him like one time, like, aha, he's begging. But the fact that he's begging for his cat, you could give that a pass. Yeah. But to sit there and waste time going to the vet, waste time to go to the vet and be like, check out what's wrong with him. Hey, there's something wrong with him. Now I'm not paying that. Like, that's stupid.
Yep.
No.
Yep. The chat was broken. Refresh. You should be fine. It was broken.
Yeah, it's back.
It's all
YouTube's
good
back.
now.
So go ahead.
Well, let me also, Steve, be the latest just to congratulate you on the video, man. It was a good one. If anyone hasn't seen Steve's video,
please
give it a
watch,
especially if you're a cat owner, because it is eye-opening. Like I will admit, I hadn't considered just how bad Jasper's situation was. We laugh about it a lot, but seeing all those clips put together was just like, it's just like, wow, I don't think you get the full picture until you see just, it all collated like that. So it was good to see. And also on Thursday, I spent a similar amount on blood work for my cat as well. So I can attest to the cost of it.
Did they upsell you, or was it?
They sold the shit out of me. I'm still bitter about it.
Got some extra food you got to buy.
They found out you were coming, so they were watching Phil's streams. Like, hey, I know there's a content creator out there that doesn't take care of his cat. You're not that guy, right?
And the worst part is the very next room The Chihuahuas were fucking loving it.
They were having a goddamn party. That party in that Chihuahua room was going nuts, man. There was naked Chihuahuas going around. It was nuts. Everyone got the drinks going. It was a crazy party in there. But Phil
That was
did not.
late. That's what that was late. She was enjoying the party.
How can you not? Yeah, big ups DJ Gamebox. Arcade stick, yes. Pool for Muhammad Ali, yes. Cap Bloodwork, no. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. So let's move on to Discord. Mirka, I'm gonna let you take this one. The Discord stuff. He denies having Discord. Yeah.
I think right at the end of the pre-stream yesterday, or right at the end of the. Oh yeah, I think it was right at the end of the first stream, the day stream. Right after he finished Final Fantasy 16, he did an impromptu Q&A. Somebody asked him if he has Discord, and he lied. Basically, he said he doesn't have one because trolls and so on and so on and so on. And pretty much everybody knows at this point he has a Discord with his mods. He used to shit talk Wings. He used to talk shit about other people. They used to talk shit about people in chat and who they can ban and who they can't ban. There were people snitching on other people by going into other chats and finding who is trolling Phil, and they were snitching to Phil. And then those people got banned. And also they were hand-holding him in Elden Ring by having a dedicated thread about giving him advice so his first playthrough can be as legitimate as possible.
Yep.
So yes, he just blatantly lied. There's proof about it. You can find it out. There's people who have been in those servers. He is in those servers, and he's using the same account that was uncovered to be connected to the lineup in Champions and all that shit. So it's all bullshit.
You're in there?
Yeah, I've said this multiple times. Like I've told Phil knows this shit, and I actually pulled up some screenshots in my last two streams, like with the one with the drama with the garbage disposal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on my stream, like I was like, dude, before he even started the stream early in the morning, he sent a message to his dents like, hey, man, I had to pay for this garbage disposal. And then he went ahead and told people, oh, I have this thing going on, but I can't tell you. It's secret. I can't let you guys know, even though you just told your fans in the fucking server.
How many people are in there?
Yeah, that's what I was.
From the screen now, well, from the screenshots that I see, I only see the same people talking. So it's Ellipsion, Fan of Lovecraft, Madara's God. I think Swaggins is in there. King Goken's in there.
Well, don't tell us too much.
Yeah, dude, if you're going to name everyone, they're going to just find the one that's not.
Yeah, don't get yourself kicked out. Yeah, don't get yourself kicked out.
I can name all of. I don't like. My thing is this is my thing about it's just this internet shit, and this is why I emailed Phil and I let Phil knows. Phil knows that I'm in there, and I emailed him and I let him know so he doesn't think I'm doing some like gay ass ops. Like it's just, bro, like stop lying. That's it. If you do something on Discord and then you're gonna go ahead and say something completely different on the internet, if I find it, I'm gonna post it because you're outright lying. Like it makes no sense to do that.
2007, 2023.
Yeah.
Stop lying.
It's like specifically with the garbage disposal thing. Like specifically with the garbage disposal thing. Like that's one thing that it kind of infuriated me because it's like it's a simple thing. Pay for your garbage disposal. It's whatever. You already told your fans about it in the Discord. Those fans are in the chat. Yeah. So why are you going to go ahead and be like, oh, I got this big secret thing. I can't tell you guys about it. Because, if I tell you guys too much, like you're already trying to draw some breadcrumbs for people to follow. Then on top of that, the day afterwards, you're going to go ahead and do this whole scene where you make yourself be seen on the phone and make it seem like people are trying to clip you. Like, bro, that's disingenuous. Like, stop. We already know it's the garbage disposal.
Drama, yeah.
Like, it's too much. And that type of drama is like, it's not... like I don't know, for me, like dealing with people like that, it's unnecessary. Like you saw with the machinima emails where he's like bitching that he hasn't gotten a response from somebody in 4 days over some dumb shit. He's creating extra drama like for no reason. Like it doesn't
to be the victim. He needs it to sort of like, he has a victim complex. He needs to be a martyr to every circumstance that's going on around him. He does nothing wrong. The world is just conspiring to fuck him over. So he needs everything to be a major thing so he can have drama. A fucking visit to the vet was drama because he turned up early and they wouldn't let him in early. Like the vet isn't ready to see you yet. So wait.
Yeah, bro, you could have went to your car. You could have went back to your car. You could have been on Champions.
Oh no, then he has to talk to his wife. That's what he can't do. She doesn't want to do it with him, actually. So
I've seen couples ignore each other while they're right next to each other.
That's what they do. They're sitting in the car, phone.
Yeah, they don't gotta talk to each other.
Real quick though,
Pretty
Shinko,
normal.
don't expose it too much. But how does that Discord operate? Is it like just normal
They
chatting,
don't.
or is
It's
it like
not-
always business style?
So this is one of the reasons why I haven't been streaming as much, is that once I got those screenshots, it's literally Phil. Like, I swear to God, if any, like, I can show you guys if you want. It's literally Phil repeating the same shit that he's going to repeat on the pre-stream.
Oh, so he like gets ready for the show, kind of like, here's what I'm going to talk about today.
No.
Oh,
It's like no. It's not like he's prepping them for the pre-stream. He's talking to them like regular conversation.
Okay.
And then when the pre-stream comes up, he's talking about that same thing as a segment.
Okay.
So it's like him repeating.
So we tell
the
him
same
about
thing.
Phil's day off, and then
So like he'll talk about Phil's day off, and then go right back to the pre-stream, talk about Phil's day off. That's about it.
Oh yeah, and
That's so sad. That's so
the way he writes is the exact same way he speaks, and it makes it even more fucking obnoxious.
Oh,
It's
we know. We've
nuts,
seen like
bro.
emails and posts.
We've seen the emails. Damn, that's fascinating though. So how'd you get? Did someone like just let you in? I'm interested.
So
Like how'd you
this
get
is
in?
what happened. Like I said,
Yeah.
like, this is what happened. So I was just fucking around one day, and I had a sock account, and I went into Phil's and everyone knows my sock account. It's called Shinko Floors sock account. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
So I got onto his chat, and like I literally typed out, like just joking. I was fucking around. I literally typed out, I have a mole in your Discord, LOL. Just joking. Just fucking around, being a troll, being a obsessed loser or whatever.
Yeah.
And then over the course of like 3 days, I've had like a couple people reach out to me, and it was a bunch of LARPers, because the one person that I knew was legit was showing me like the actual screenshots. Other people were like, oh, I'm in there too. But people like, I had one guy that was like LARPing at 672. And then like, it was just like, bro, like you know who I am from Wings's channel. Like, you don't fuck with me. So like, that guy doesn't fuck with me. So you're LARPing. Another guy was just trying to ask like, yo, if you're in the server, what do you got? This and that. And it's like, I was joking. And then one person was like, I know you're not there. Here, I got this. Oh, okay. And then I saw that the other people were LARPing, because I don't see them in the screenshots or whatever. And then that was it. Then the person that was sending me the screenshots, it wasn't even like on some like, let's get them type shit. It was just like, dude, it's stupid. Like, if you want to see it, like, here you go. And then like, they showed me. And it's literally him repeating the same thing over and over. Over and over.
Oh. Hayarma has a good point. He said the way he writes in his Discord is exactly the same way, not DSP talked in the WWE Champions Discord. Which, obviously.
I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I don't like, if that Discord does exist, I don't care. Like, at this point, like I've already got my confirmation about what I predicted a couple like 2 years ago, a year ago, whatever. Like 2023 is the year where it's just gonna stop for him. He's not gonna be deplatformed. He's not gonna get kicked off of YouTube. But the gravy train, like as we know it, it's gonna stop, and it shows. He has to resort to buying his own shit a day after begging. Like, remember we used to get like at least like a good week, of like shilling, and then then we get the quote unquote fan donated item. Like, he had to wait. He couldn't wait one day. Begged, next day bought the shit. Like,
do you know what it is? It's
running
because
out.
nobody told him to relax. Do you remember he told everyone, if I start begging too much, tell me, Phil, relax.
Phil, relax.
You're doing it again.
You're doing it, Phil. You're begging. You're begging.
Ludwig Von.
Didn't someone
Yeah,
do
go,
that?
Chico.
Didn't somebody do that? And then he went on a rant talking about like if anybody's talking about finances, is him.
Yeah.
Probably.
If you talk about only he can talk about finances. Yeah. If you talk about like it's slow, that's not only he can do that. Only he has the permission to do that, asshole. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ludwig Von has a great. I want to see if this. This is the first time hearing this. Phil slipped last week and revealed he actually bought Kat the Xbox Series X for Christmas, not the cheaper S that he claimed at the time. I don't remember hearing that, but that's just a flat out lie. Then add to the list. I mean, add to the pile, I guess, of lies. But damn, Extra Galactic Girl is confirming that is true. Damn.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Okay.
He had a lengthy segment about why he bought her an S, and it was on discount, and it was Black Friday or something, and he just bought her, and then it turned out it was an X. I guess.
Like, that's like just that's like pathological liar territory. It's like just the difference between those two is not that great. I mean, but
he's lying about shit we don't even know exists.
Yeah.
We never knew that the fucking Xbox exists.
Yeah, why he never even needed to bring it up in the first place. Like, and now he's lying about it. So.
Oh no, it wasn't a slip up. He made sure we knew. I'm not talking about the recent one. I didn't hear that, but I'm talking about he made sure we knew it was a Series S, No doubt about
I know.
that.
Yeah.
He made sure, guys. So it's not a slip up back then, unless he
No,
slipped up
no, yeah.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he only tells you
why
that
even bring it
respect.
up? Like,
Yeah, I think it's because he has to sort of like cover his bases in case he accidentally says like, "Oh, Kat's been playing this game and it's like an Xbox exclusive." So someone would be like, "Hey, Phil, why is she playing it? You're not, because it's not on your like dashboard. So what's she playing it on?" You know, there might be something like that. So it's just like, "Hey, I bought her an Xbox. You know, she's got an Xbox too." So like, you know, having a PS5.
But I just don't lie. It's just damn.
Some people are thinking it might be a slip up this second time, but okay, there you go.
It might be. I am trying to find it, but it's very difficult to find that exact thing.
I mean, we could all agree like this was something that didn't need to be said on stream. Like I think like this was something like it has something to do with Kat, someone that not on your streams. You don't put them on your stream. Like, why are you talking about it?
Yeah. Yep. Slip of the gin tongue. Yes.
Yeah, like is she did you buy it so she can get over the fact that you exposed to the world that she has a restraining order against her boyfriend, like her ex-boyfriend? Like what else do we need to know about this woman that we don't know yet, Phil? Like shit.
Yep. Sorry, Kat. Here's Xbox though. You can't get that pissed. Here's Xbox.
Yeah.
The other thing I forgot to mention myself was that when he talked about the mini PC, he talked about how he looked at his Steam library.
Oh
right?
God!
It's like all these games I haven't seen. This is what's the word? Petty ALT coming in here. But can you go to Elo Hell No Updates, Sam? Please play that. This is Petty ALT coming out.
I looked at it, I was like, Elo Hell's still in here. Let me click on it. Wow, there's no updates on it whatsoever. Let me click on their social media. And I clicked on it, and there hasn't been a post since 2019. Basically, the game never took off. No one bought it. It flopped, and they basically just retired it. They never even did like another episode. There's supposed to be multiple episodes and stuff in the game. They only did one episode, and it flopped, and they never touched it ever again.
So that game was a flop for sure, but they did have 5 episodes. They released 5 episodes fully as planned. That's just ill-informed Phil. And also, he claims there after that, you don't have to play it, but he bought games without knowing if the PC was going to work. He just bought them on Steam.
I can believe that.
Because, I do have that clip, Sam. It's called, where is it? It's called Bought Games Without Even Testing. So he didn't test the PC. He just went on Steam and bought games just in case. And then he never played them.
I forgot I had most of these games. There's a lot of games on there that I bought right when I just got in this new PC, and I thought I was going to be able to play a lot of games like Rage and Aliens Colonial Marines and stuff like that.
Oh, he means the lemon, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He means because
So
his first attempt at was playing Rage, and he just couldn't get it to work.
So,
at
but like,
all.
I know this is petty, but like, I don't buy 10 games and then try one and figure out it's broken. Like, I guess they're all fucked. I would buy one and try, you know?
What do you mean that's petty? That's common fucking sense.
Yeah.
If only there was some way of knowing what the required specs of a game was, and then being able to compare it to yours and seeing if yours would be okay. If only there was some way of seeing that information.
Great point, Scuffer. Like, we all buy games on Steam and never play them. That's for sure. But I'm not talking these games that are like full price shit. Yeah, I got a million games from fucking like those like bundles, Humble Bundle, and all that shit. I got 1,000 games I never played.
Tales and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm not talking. Those are real games, like legit release date. Yeah.
We actually play on PC. He doesn't. He's not signed into that Steam account for like 7 years.
Yeah, and Steam will give you a refund. That's too much work for DSP. He won't do a refund.
He won't do a refund.
Fuck out of here. Too much work. Clicking? Get out of here.
Well, actually, no. You knowing DSP, it's not just a refund. You need to refund him and compensate him for his wasted time.
Yes.
So the time that he wasted,
Yeah.
the time that he wasted looking up these games and hitting, buy, and he needs to be compensated for that.
Yes. And also, we got the talk of people who suggested a marathon for the joystick.
Fundraising marathon.
Oh, you crazy? That's only for medical stuff.
Yeah,
So I have
he's
to
not keen on that anymore, apparently.
save your marathon bullets for the
When the
medical
wife has a panic
emergencies.
attack.
Yes. So just
When they just can't give her a pill and leave her there.
you have to do the save your begging marathons for when you really need it, like medical emergencies. So just a little look into the beggar's playbook there, which I thought was cool. Also, how about we were going to do a joke. Steve suggested we do the joke of someone asked a question about the PC after the stream had already started.
Yeah.
And he played the intro twice to make fun of this person for daring to ask a question.
Oh, it was super toxic. It was so toxic.
Yeah.
It was massive toxic.
Who wants this one?
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I don't think we have clips for that, but it was just really bad. Made fun of him. Restarts the intro to make fun of him, and that person was very like, I don't know if they're. I'm assuming LARPer. Most people are, but it's kind of like saying like, it won't overheat like that, Phil. What? Haven't you heard? I already said it has no cooling solutions. Okay, Phil, that's not true. Oh, what? I already said it doesn't have cooling solutions. Why aren't you getting it? That's how he argues, you know.
In fact, right, okay, let's do this again then, because you're insisting on asking me something that I've already answered. So here's the podcast intro just for you, and then he goes through that, and then he's like, right, answer me this question: do processors make heat? Yes or no? You know?
Yeah.
Like that's not what they're saying. So yeah.
Also, he was calling thermal paste cooling gel. Come on, bro.
Like it's Colgate, you know.
Does he think that thermal paste cools off the CPU or something?
I think so,
Probably, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm low on my cooling gel. Hang on. All right, that's good.
Squirt a bit more in, yeah.
I'll take care of it.
You can tell. That's how you know he's never put in a heat sink. That's just how you know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I need to look into that more. Is building PCs, like how often did he say he used to build PCs? I know I've heard it for sure, but I wondered like how long did he go on that train of like I used to build PCs? Because like come on.
It's just like with the weightlifting, like with if he was into, like if there was something, if you ask him he was into something, he was in it 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. So he put in motherboards, he put in heat sinks, he put in everything. Okay, he built USB hubs on his own, like shit like that. Like he'll say some dumb shit like that. Like remember when he was like working out? He's like, I took all the protein shakes, all the creatine shakes. Like,
It's got to be earlier than that. The earliest one on Pick
go ahead.
Go is 2018, but it is from when I used to build PCs. It's got to be earlier than that. But the most recent one is 31st of August. Used to build PCs.
Wow, so he's still pushing it.
And then, like,
just for reference, that
2 days
out,
earlier on PC, back when I used to build PCs. So yeah,
back when I used to build PCs.
I would do anything to see him try and build a PC now.
Oh god,
that would
a
be
marathon.
That would be better than the Verge video, man. That would be like
Verge 2.
Yeah.
Hang on,
someone should recommend PC Building Simulator.
Oh, please.
Someone should recommend that PC Building Simulator that he's got that you could get on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh wait, if there's a dent out there that's still a ultra supporter, if you could send the Verge video to Phil so he can watch it, like that'd be amazing.
Great one. Great idea.
Yeah.
So you could be like, you see, he put too much cooling gel on it. You're not supposed to put that much cooling gel.
What if you got one of the LARPers? Okay, this is my request. One of the LARPers that has the ultra supporter member for whatever reason. I hope you're not paying for it, but if you have it, let's like message me because I want to have like a little bit of input on what videos you send because like I have so many great ideas for videos I want Phil to watch, but like there's no way to do it. I'm not donating. That's just if you want to, of course.
Yeah, you actually can't have it without actually paying for it. Yeah, because the gifts are like I think the mid-level. You can gift only the mid-level. Maybe you can gift the big one, but the people don't usually do that, I guess. Or I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure for the highest level you need to pay for it.
Okay, don't mess with it.
Yeah, if I got.
Never mind.
You probably wouldn't watch it anyway. You'd only skim through the.
Well, I could find one that skirts the line well, you know, like just on the line about like maybe blood work for cats or something. But like, no.
Yeah.
I would make because he watches videos that have like 4 views. He's not scared of that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be that
it's a
hard.
length that Dota really puts him off, isn't it?
It wouldn't be that hard to make a video that says like supporting a healthy cat or something, and then add like. If they say blood work, you have to do it or something like that. You know, that'd be kind of funny. But
why we do blood tests?
Yeah. Why we do blood tests? But it can't be titled that because then he might say fuck it. But if it's titled something else, like you know,
a day at vets or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. You know, like I think you can frame it the right way. You know, big up J Dog says put some aloe vera on that CPU. Yes, that is good cooling gel. That's what we're talking about for cooling gel. Yes, the cooling gel. Big ups, man. But anyway,
if he watched something like that though, like about the cat, about blood work or something, you know, he would get it, and he'd be doing more of that thing where he's watching it and he's looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh God.
have you
Yeah.
seen that? That's one of his
Shit
weird
is
little.
weird. That shit is
Yeah.
weird. Like the one with the one that I thought was the weirdest was the John Rambo one. The John Rambo and Howard one,
Yeah.
when it came to like tea, and you see him he's doing the fucking looking, like he's looking at the camera, looking, blinking, looking at the camera. Then you see him grab the cold water bottle, look at the camera, put the bottle on his face, look at the camera, put the bottle down, look at the camera. Like he's looking at the camera like a lot. And then that's when he wants to do the like, bro, come on. Come on.
And then while he was crying, there was some faint little whimpers, and then he got closer to the mic so it could pick him up.
Pick it up.
So you guys could hear it. It was performative crying. Elite.
That's our after we finish the intro competition, we have to do a who can do the best crying sounds competition. You know,
We're gonna load like the soundless clip and have people dub over it. Yeah.
you could choose Wings or DSP. Both are fine. Wings is good too. Huh?
Have a good time, man.
Dude, that fucking who's the guy that makes awesome Wing songs? What's his name?
Guys, wasn't he wearing the vest as well? What he wearing like a
Liquid
Richard?
Yeah, that dude made a solo with the whimpers.
Did he?
Yeah, oh God, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's like
that's
4 years
cool.
old now, but it's so awesome, man. Liquid Richard's awesome, man. I play more and more of his songs on WPIG, kind of spreading out the songs. But it's Liquid Richard's a legend, obviously. Everyone understands that. David, real quick.
We are growing.
Yeah, we're spreading our
We are
wings.
diversifying our content.
Diversifying into other lolcows. Lolcow Podcast, by the way, is on. We were talking about it Wednesday, but yes, Lolcow Podcast is on. For anyone that didn't hear, I know not everyone watched the Wednesday stuff. So Lolcow Podcast on with not DSP, a non-Lolcow host. So it's going to be Tommy C. I think
Tommy C.
Tommy
He's
C
already
is gonna
been
be
blocked. He's already been blocked by Phil.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
Wow. Preemptive blocking. Wow.
Just take care of that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
well, that'll be
tweeted. Yeah, you can't
real
be
quick.
DSP
I've been handed a note here in the newsroom from David on Discord. David, you're a fucking legend, dude. He found a reference of Phil talking about building PSCs on tophaters.com.
Wow.
So I'm gonna read it for you right here. I'll read it for you right here. A little bit of Dead Sea Scrolls coming in hot here on the Sunday show. So this is from tophaters.com. It says, I'm currently rebuilding my computer because, for whatever reason, my current setup began to smell like an electrical fire for about the past 2 weeks.
He's not dusted.
Well, you know he's not fucking dusted. But all right, let's go. Since I have so much valuable stuff on here, I have to get this fixed fast. So I went to tigerdirect.com and basically I went to tigerdirect.com and basically got a kick-ass setup for under $500, including 2.4 gigahertz, 800 FSB with hyper-threading, 512 DDR400 RAM, a 425 watt power supply with a kick-ass black case, Intel motherboard with 4 USB 2.0 slots and all the bells and whistles, and lots of cooling shit so it doesn't overheat. Lots of cooling shit. So
Well, it must have an AMD. Does it have an AMD? Because they're built to.
This is oh god, I love this line. Lots of cooling shit, so it doesn't overheat. You got to put that cooling shit on it. That's the problem.
Yeah,
anyway,
man.
keep going. We're not done. Only thing I'm keeping is my CD burner, hard drives, and graphics card. So all in all, if I purchased it all, I would have spent like $800 for a 6 system. Why people pay $1,500 or more for a computer ever is beyond me. Just build it yourself, you fat, lazy people.
But
Time out from Steve.
Is this? Do you remember there was an episode of the Dead Sea Scrolls where we were looking through Top Haters updates, and there was one where he complained about Bill Gates not telling him that he had to reinstall the OS on a new motherboard.
Yes, he complained about that. Yes,
a new motherboard.
This is a real complaint Phil had.
Mm-hmm.
So he got a new motherboard and was complaining that Windows wasn't automatically installed into his new motherboard.
Oh my god.
That is a legit complaint that he said.
What?
There you go. He thought when he in his computer bought the mototherboard and thought he could just plug in his hard drive and it would work on a new motherboard.
On a new motherboard, just swap it in. Hot swap motherboards.
You think it's all plug and play? If it's not plug and play, it's not for DSP.
Hot swap motherboards. So there you go.
Oh
So
my God.
literally, this one event we just talked about when Phil built this PC is enough for Phil to say I built PCs. That's 100% confirmed because I found one instance of Phil talking about working out in everything I've looked at in the scrolls and on everything. HotTopHaters.com. He's mentioned 1 week. He said, I'm really busy. I'm starting to work out. And that was the end of it. There was never a talk of that again, of working out.
No talk of the shakes, the protein shakes,
No,
creatine shakes.
no, none of that. None of that. It's just like I started working out, so I'm pretty busy now. I have a job now, and I'm starting to work out, and that was it. And I really think that's enough for him to say I used to work out. I used to build PCs.
So wait, and that thing that you just read, like, he bought a pre-built.
Well, no, he built the parts and put it into his old PC. So that's building. That's building. For him.
Okay,
it's not. He didn't buy all the parts. He looks like he had some parts, bought some more parts, updated. That's it.
So
I think that's it then.
Yeah,
That's been building PCs. That's the one occasion for me.
That's enough.
Yeah.
That's definitely enough.
Damn.
Big ups, David. You're a legend, David, for sharing that, man. That definitely helped. And that's enough.
It's
That's
like,
all it takes.
It's like how he did Latin classes so he can work out like Spanish and Italian and French and German because they're all like, they all have roots in
This is a person,
Latin.
like,
So.
that same exact thing. He said he can understand Latin.
Mm-hmm.
He said he can understand Latin from one class, I think, in college. One class.
He also said he can understand Spanish.
Spanish too, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Who can't understand?
Said that yesterday.
15 languages
I
after
think he has a little obsession with Latina, so I think I could believe that a little bit.
He studied hard after the hot Latina was after him in college.
Oh, Angela was Latina. He was very keen to see her on the call in case she did anything sexual. Because she was like alleged to, that was like why she was on. Wasn't it? Bunke was like, "We'll get her on. She can have sex." They're like on the call. So Phil was like, "Right, where is she, man? Come on, you said she'd be here."
Ayúdame, por favor. Es muy importante.
He would talk like that too, no doubt.
No, did he say that? Isn't that like a Snort Burnell clip?
He said that.
Es muy importante. Yeah,
es muy
That
importante.
was like trying to be funny. I was trying to be funny.
Yeah. That's a Snort Burnell clip.
Yeah.
You're right.
Es muy importante, babe.
Yeah, babe.
That has replaced my, like, when I make fun, like when I try to like make fun of Spanish, I use I like to use the phrase "Donde está la biblioteca?" Like I like saying that.
Yeah.
Officially, "Ayúdame por favor es muy importante" has replaced that.
Real quick, someone asked, want to make sure we get this. I'm sure we asked a long time ago, but Shinko, could you quickly go through your origin story? Someone asked, my mama asked, and I want to get that answer.
So for me, it was sort of like what the origin story to being a detractor.
Yeah. How'd you get into this? Yeah.
Easy. So basically, like, I followed Mamology 101, and I used to just watch it just for the new stuff. And I'm not really a political person. I just watch the information as it comes in. Yeah. And one day you started putting in like these little clips of Stephen A. Smith, right? And that's what really got me like into the channel, because it was like these meme clips. And then one day at the end, it wasn't Stephen A. Smith. It's this like ugly guy going like, "Man, that's fucking stupid." And it was funny. Like, I thought it was funny. And then he kept putting these clips in, and then he made a separate channel for it. And I got like, who is this guy? Like, this guy sounds hilarious, like in a good way, like, bro, this dude sounds hilarious. And then it started like with actual like clips of him begging. So then when he was begging, he's like, "Dude, I need money. Like, I gotta pay for bills. Like, I don't have any money to do shit." And then that went from, like, this guy's funny to like, there's no way that this guy's actually begging. So then after that, I went to his streams like directly, and I wanted to see like the stuff that I was seeing on the clips. Like, I wanted to see the funny shit. I wanted to see like the begging. Next thing you know, I'm watching this guy go through a whole schedule. And I'm sitting there like, bro, like, when do we get to the funny part where and he's like, "Yeah, so I'm gonna play this day, I'm gonna play this that day." And then next thing you know, he's talking about what happened the day before, and then letting people know that they can go like watch it. And it's like, in my mind, it's like, bro, if they can go watch it, why the fuck are you talking about it now? And then it was just like, I started to straight, like, I had my own my own reservations about him. Like, yo, this dude's a little bit weird. But then, I started seeing other detractors aside from Mamology. And I saw like how people were going like so hard for this guy. Like, they would say the things that they would say. They would have like the clips that they would have. And it's like, why do people obsess over this guy? And then like, I went back to one of his streams, and I remember I tried to, like, I admitted before, like, I gave him a cheer. I think it was like 100-bit cheer or something like that. I was trying to be like funny, like part of the like community or whatever, and be like, "Hey, Phil, Phil likes watching movies in his office because the sticky floors remind him of the theater." the movie theater. He didn't even read the shit, and he banned me. Right? He didn't read it, and he banned me. So like I'm banned. So then I go to like another restream or something like that, and then during the restream, that's when I caught the toxicity.
Wow.
And then that's like I caught him like, yeah, shut the fuck up, like this and this and that, you know. And I think it was like he was begging for something, and someone was telling him like, bro, like you don't like if that's the case, why don't you stop spending money on A, B, and C? Because I remember I don't remember what happened exactly, but I remember he was complaining about money, needing money. An audience member told him, I think it was probably Snowcurl or some shit. Told him like, dude, like maybe if you want to spend, you know, if you have money problems, maybe you should spend less money, or you should try to, you know, cut, you know, budget or whatever. And he's like, no, fuck that. Like, are you stupid? Like, you moron. And it's just like, bro, why are you talking like that? And then I just started hanging out with the restreamers. And then one day I decided to just make a video, I think like in 2021. And then that's it. That's how I started. And then what really solidified me like as like doing like detracting, like going on and talking, like debunking his shit, was when he was complaining about the shower handle. And that he said he needs to pay like $1,000 for the shower handle, and it was like, bro, and like, this is like I work with my dad. My dad's a contractor. He worked in plumbing and sprinkler work, and we used to work for like this like scumbag of a guy. Like the guy was a scumbag, and not even that guy would go ahead and try to charge somebody $1,000 to, you know, change a fucking shower handle. You know, so that's what it started. And then like as I started paying attention, I started noticing the lies and stuff like that. And then I started to notice that he really started to move like a lot of the people that I deal with, like in life and like in work and shit, which is like people who are emotionally and mentally underdeveloped. And they're adults making adult decisions. And like these decisions do affect other people. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then when you realize it, like you realize like how bad it is when you realize that he has a cat, because you know he's an emotionally underdeveloped male that thinks that having a lesser being in his house is like a child. It's a responsibility. It makes him a big boy, and then he has this cat that he's neglecting.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's part of the laugh, isn't it? It's part of the laugh. It's my son. You know, it's my family now.
Same thing with the same thing with the ladies. Like you know, say what you want about the ladies, but at the end of the day, because he wants to LARP that he's a big boy with a partner, he's going and looking for these like women that he can manipulate, and like that's not cool where I come from, you know what I'm saying? So after that, like I started making content, and then it just went on from there. Like now, as I see that the dude's really losing his mind, it's not really that much fun to like make fun of like anymore, like the way that I do it, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's interesting. So like for me, I don't want to speak for other guys, but for us, that kind of shit makes it more interesting for us. Is when he goes more crazy, right? Like he gets more insane. It's funner for me, more fun for me.
But see, the thing is, you guys have a formula where it works. Like you do it like every week. You feel me? So you guys have it like every week, and you guys have a whole week to talk about. But for me, the way that I was trying to do it when I first did it was like every pre-stream, cover every pre-stream.
Oh, okay,
but then it's like now that he's like losing it, he's just repeating the same shit over and over again. And it's like, I know people like me, but how often can I like get away with saying the same shit over and over again?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? True. And then now that you notice like the streams are getting worse, he's doing pre-intro intros. Oh, he's doing pre-intro intros with the intro. So you got the are you ready to stream? Right? Yeah. You got that's the first step. Then the step where he comes on and lets you know what he's going to talk about. Then the intro. Then he starts talking about that he's going to talk about the thing he told you earlier that he was going to talk about. Like, bro, how many times can I do this?
Dude, I completely forgot about the intro thing, and I saw it again the other day.
It's like he's trying to have a intro with a cold open with like like just start the fucking stream.
It's like SNL or something, isn't it? But it's just because he does it in the voice, in the KO Gaming voice as well. Like as though it's scripted. It's like a subtly different way of speaking for him.
I
forgot he did it.
But the thing is, it's cool to have one. Like if you have one, that's fine. So like for me, right? I have my pre-stream music because I gotta, my network sometimes fucks up and shit. I gotta make sure everything's okay. I'm making sure everything's okay. I'm not talking in the chat when I could be like talking on stream. I'm setting everything up. After that, I cut over to like my little skit or whatever that I have. Then I have the intro. Then I start the stream. That's it. Done. Easy. It's like he's having intros to intros to intros to segues to intros, and it's just like, Bro, just start the fucking show.
We're not even in the schedule yet.
Yeah, like if you notice in most of my streams recently, it's just like me like complaining, like, why the fuck are you saying this shit? Like, okay, let's get to it. Okay, now we finally get to it. Now I gotta fast forward it because you gotta talk about something else. And it's just I'm just waiting for like the big thing, like the next big thing that's gonna fuck him over because it's coming soon. It's coming very soon.
It's always Jasper's
I really
house could
hope
be
it's
it.
not, but you know.
It's not. Nah, I don't even think like it's a Jasper thing. It's like it's something else. Because like I said, like with this year, it's been funny because like 2023 has been the year where basically it's confirmed that he's done everything he's been guilty of.
Yes.
Like it's really fucking hilarious. I'm just waiting for the next thing. Like, what's the next thing that we haven't uncovered yet?
Yeah, because there was a time when it was like, well, everyone says he does WB champions, but you know, it wasn't like it was kind of a meme, not a meme. We all thought it was, but it's not confirmed. Then that got confirmed, and then we get into the interview, and it's like, okay, everything was confirmed, and even more. You know.
Then after that, it was the confirming that he struck down Raw DSP.
Yep.
And then now what with the Machinima shit? It turns out that he was super crazy as well. And it turns out with the Machinima shit, it turns out that he did reach out to Machinima and fucking he had a hand in Machinima striking those other accounts because you saw the fucking email that what's that woman's name? Claire said, like, hey, Phil, I got this weird message. The message saying, hi, I'm a big fan I'm a big fan of DSP Gaming. And there's like these channels that are just sending like hateful comments. And, it's bad for your ad revenue.
It's bad for your revenue. Yeah, that's the one.
That's all philisms. That's all philisms.
Yeah, that was so fucking
That was all you needed to know that it was Phil. Was that, hey, it could be affecting your ad revenue.
Hateful it was the hateful comments that did it for me. Like when I heard hateful comments, legitimately like his voice echoed in my like head.
This is bad for your ad revenue. Who's saying that? What fan is saying that? This is bad for your ad revenue, Sam. You better not watch out for that. Okay.
Have you checked your CPMs lately? These guys are affecting your CPMs.
Hey Phil, I got this email from this account called DSP Throwaway 123 at hotmail.com.
Totally not DSP@gmail.com.
But while we're still on this, I have this personal conspiracy theory that I've noticed. Some time ago, there was a very, very suspicious account following him on Twitter and replying to some of his tweets, where it was almost like satirically similar to what he would do if he was making a sock account to pretend he's his own fan. The account, I think, was called Hunting Man 12 or something like that. It was like the definition of a sock account. This is like a non-real account any way you look at it. So my personal theory that is completely unbacked by anything is that he tried at some point to sock himself into seeming like he has more fans than not on Twitter. Because that was also around the time when he was crying about Kiwi Farms making it so people on Twitter are scared to tweet at him, and he was getting really low engagement. There's actually like I have screenshots of those tweets.
Oh yeah, the ones where he's like, I'm gonna try a social experiment. I'm gonna post this tweet, and you guys reply to it. Come on, let's take this back.
I'm tired of us being scared. Stop being scared. Like this tweet. Engage with me. Same fucking shit as that. Engage, guys. Big ups, Eisenhorn. Big ups. And I want to say about that. There's many cases on the Dead Sea Scrolls where I've seen posts, and people have sent me examples too, where I am very much thinking it could be DSP, responding to DSP.
Yeah.
I've never shared it yet because it's kind of like I'm not sure. I can't confirm it, but like there is many cases where like this seems an awful socky right now, like all of a sudden one person's agreeing with Phil and like no one ever does that. Like just that alone is like,
oh God, yeah, that's a red flag.
That gets the red flags. That gets the mental like, hold on a second here.
Have we like from all that we've done on Dead Sea Scrolls, have we ever seen anybody actually agree with him?
Sometimes people say positive things, like it's a small throwaway, like good shit, Phil.
Like,
you
he's
won.
Good at Street Fighter. But I mean,
good
like, agree
Phil.
with him if he's saying like, like this guy was an asshole for doing this, he should have done this, and nobody ever comes in and goes, yeah, Phil's right, he should have done this.
The only time people like agree with him is when it's on things like you have literally no other option but to agree with, like on the YouTube. Remember he's talking about that Pippa and the Sopa, or those kind of things. Yeah. Like
when he rides the train.
Yeah, he thought that was like I'm on top of the world. Everyone's agreeing with me, but it's like you cannot not agree with that. Like you know, it's like I think this is bad for if you're a YouTuber. This is bad. it's not like a real deep thought thing. It's bad for if you're a YouTuber, and everyone agreed. He's like, yeah, everyone loves my takes. I'm gonna keep saying my takes. So then he kept sharing.
Oh, he picked it. Oh, he said like he had a part in that, didn't he?
He
was raising awareness. Yeah,
but he was a character in that part of the YouTube history. He had a big part of that.
And it's like, no, the only reason that you're associated with that is because Metal Gear Solid 2, this is how you don't play, starts with that. He gave the big speech before you started to play Metal Gear Solid 2. That's the only reason that's there.
He thinks that's he had a big part of that. People took my take seriously. He really thinks that.
We need to start giving Phil the credit he deserves.
Yeah. Okay, John Bono, I think he did say that. Spearheaded the effort. But I think he did say that,
What? By the way, we do have 10 more minutes and we have a secret end of stream thing to do, by the way.
You're right. So the P.O. Box has been on fire recently. When I say on fire, I say we got sent 2 things. And one is from someone that what this part is from them. They also got a little cool small stuff like treats for my cat. So fucking awesome. Also, we got a mini 8-ball, guys. So if you ever want to, you know what to do here. 8-ball.
You gotta have an 8-ball segment now.
Yeah, we will do that. I'm gonna put on the wall somehow. I haven't figured out how to do it yet. And also, I got this from them, so I will definitely use this on the next Kaching the Ring. It's gonna be very hype. Thanks so much to the person that sent this. You are a legend.
Hey, look at
we
that.
also.
I love that you still just don't pronounce it right.
I never do. That's gone. So I'm gonna cover up their. I think that's just mine. But he said, please open this on the stream. This is from Stray Beans, so I will open this on the stream. This is from the PO Box, and I can tell you right
it's
now,
gonna be a glitter bomb.
I'll make sure I covered up all the address. I'm just gonna put it on the mic here.
Mini PC.
Dun, dun, dun. I think you can tell what it is already, maybe. We have got it.
Holy shit.
Thank you so much, Stray Beans. You are a fucking legend. This is going right on the wall.
Amazing.
You did buy it. You did take our advice and buy it. I wanted this, and you bought it.
Your son. You are a good parent.
These Marvel action figures, though, run a little hot, so I can't put it off the wall too long. I'm looking for something better than this. We're hoping for a full size sometime. So
they're built to be hot, aren't they?
They're meant to overheat. There's no cooling.
I don't know if you guys can see this. There's no cooling system.
There's
no cooling system.
Whoa. What about those speakers on the back there?
Oh, let me see. Okay, yeah, this looks like speakers here. This little line here looks speakers. I'm not sure what this is. This could be speakers, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Surround sound coming in hot. So thanks so much, Stray Beans. You're a fucking legend. And link to the PO box on the bottom if you want to send other shit. But Stray Beans, we appreciate this. This is going on the wall as soon as the stream is fucking over, dude. You're a legend, and you did buy the figure. You're a legend, man. Thank you so much. And I think that wraps it up though for the show this week. Shinko, what are you doing this week? Let's get people hyped about Shinko shit. What are you streaming this week or not, my friend?
This week, I mean, like I said, if it's worth streaming on the pre-stream, it's okay. On his next day off, I'm gonna suffer through, and we're gonna go through the last leg of the machinima thing. Every time I want to do these like long form reacts, it's just like I know I'm gonna fucking like catch a stroke or something, and that's why I avoid them. Like I have 3 on the back, like I have 2 on the back burner that I have to like edit. Like I started and I never, like the John Rambo one, I did some editing, and it's just like hearing his excuses, it's just so infuriating. Like hearing like, yeah, man. So then like, Phil was supposed to pay me, but then he told me that, Machinima didn't send him the Excel file, so he didn't know how much money to give me. Phil pause. Yeah, Machinima didn't send me the spreadsheet that told me how much money, and it's
that's
like
the worst.
It's infuriating because I had a boss like that. Like I had a boss that would say the same shit like that. Like one day when the dude didn't try to pay me, he's like, "Yeah, guys, what happened was, I went to go get your money, at the bank where we hold your payroll, but because of the storm, the lightning hit the bank vault and it like shorted out, so they can't open it." It's like, bro, no, like,
yeah,
no.
Awesome. But okay, we're ready for that. I'll get the link to Shinko's channel, of course.
And then also,
go ahead, yeah, please, Shinko.
Like I said, once we start getting some stuff again, I really want to get back into the shit posting. I've been missing it. I've been missing the shit posting. I love my shit posting. It's
we all have.
It gives me life. I've been shit posting since I was like 10. It's the only thing that like keeps me going. So once I start getting back into that groove, you're gonna start seeing some more content from me.
Awesome.
If Phil can't give it to me, I'm just gonna have to get it from like someone else. But like I miss shit posting, memeing, and all that stuff. It's just the dude has been so pathetic. There's nothing to really work off. But I'm not. you know, I'm not like that creative anyway, so like it's hard for me. So I need.
That's not true. That's not true.
I was gonna say, man. I was just
That's
gonna
not
say,
true.
like,
Nope.
I
You're
tell
the reason.
people all the time. I tell
You are the
people all
reason I
time.
did shorts. You are the reason I started shorts.
I don't like using it like I like using the term. I'm not creative. I like using the term resourceful. Like you can give me some things and I could probably make it into something else. But like it's hard for me to like really get in there. Like I had this song, like I had this song like 5 months ago that I was remixing Bound 2 by Kanye West. And it's like, you know, Gout 2, like, you know, and instead of saying, you know, it's like, you know, Gout. So I'm finishing that. That should be dropped. Actually, I was gonna work on the visuals, but since, you know, one of Phil's fans dropped that amazing 15-year legacy video, I don't have to now, so it's amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So shout out to whoever did that, because you just made my job that much more easier. So you should be on the lookout for that this week. So I'll have a new track out this week, and I'll have a stream where we go over the machinima stuff, and then, you know, I'll hopefully have some more memes and shit for you guys.
Awesome. I love the Shinko memes. My favorite.
Yes.
You got me into shorts for the fucking Burger King shorts. Hey guys.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you've no idea how bad it got.
I've watched
like
that
said,
legit 20 times.
It's literally like it was literally me just watching that short, and like Mrs. Floor was literally watching that fight, and I was like, okay, so we can put those two together, and that's how I get it.
That's
how I do
awesome.
it.
It's the gold standard, man.
Yeah, that is we cannot top that. And also the fucking Snow Carl song, which is less known from Shinko.
Oh yeah,
but that Snow Carl song.
Let me say this right now. I want to be the first to say this. All these little AI, like, you guys suck now, because you guys went ahead. No, you guys went ahead. I'm talking about
coming on again.
The companies that do this shit. They go ahead and like they literally finessed like people, like content creators, because like UberDuck, I was using UberDuck. It was amazing. Next thing you know, I'm coming back to UberDuck and they're talking about, you used to use all these celebrities and stuff, but now we got these basic voices, and if you want to use these other voices, you got to pay like a subscription fee, and it's like, bro, come on. Like, I don't have mine paying it, but it was just like, bro, they just switched up like the like overlay and everything. Like, I can't even find the stuff that I used to use before. But you should expect more songs. We should have more songs, because like I know I found a I don't know, like a site or a company or whatever that I feel comfortable giving my money to do this shit with. So you should expect more stuff like that.
Very hype, very hype. Meerkat, what you
more
got?
stuff like, sorry, very quickly, just shout out another track that sort of slips under the radar. The one that you did with King Jad. Where King Jad went over, and then you translate it. That was fucking great.
That was good.
Shout out to King Jad. King Jad really needs to King Jad, if you're listening, you need to stop pussyfooting around and just get a record deal, my guy.
Yeah.
Just get a record
Again,
deal.
another one that's like, oh, I'm not really that good, but it's like, dude, you're fucking flow on that. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're flowing on that. Okay. I have people here in the Bronx like, yo, who's that guy? Like with a Scottish accent, like, yo, that's my boy Jad. Like, they listen, like they think it's cool.
Awesome, dude. Meerkat, I think you're streaming later, but anything else we should look forward to Meerkat today?
Well, yeah, it's the whole stream, dude. I'm doing the pre-stream, the react. I'm on 4 hours of sleep, so that's gonna be awesome.
Very high.
We need some more bangers, man. We need some more bangers. Like I said, unironically, I have people that listen to like the detractor tracks and like they like it. They think it's popular.
Yeah. I've seen them too.
No doubt. All right, Steve. Final words.
If you are in his chat, please ask him how Jasper's thyroid levels are. Ask him how Jasper's red and white blood cells are. Ask him how Jasper's liver enzymes are. Just hold his feet to the fire. He spent 500 fucking quid on a joystick he doesn't need, when his cat could be sick and he doesn't know because he don't want to spend 300. So just press him, please. If you have a cat, fucking just. Hey Phil, it's Q&A time. Phil, how is Jasper's thyroid levels doing?
Yeah, as long as a lot of loppers can pull that off.
I think it's going to be a super positive Q&A if all the questions are about Jasper. Just constant Jasper questions.
You guys
about his well-being, especially. Yes. How was he? What did he eat? How was his poop today? Did he sleep well?
Did he drink enough?
He's drinking enough.
Yes. Is the water filter clean?
Phil used that daddy. Oh god, so fucking cringe when he says like, "Oh, he's probably, look, Jasper's over there probably asking, what are you doing, daddy?"
Yeah, and he looks at me like this. What's up, daddy?
Yeah, I want to. Oh god, I need to Minecraft myself on that one. Damn. All right. Anyways, for WPIG, we're back on air this week. Hoping to do a plunge of Air Raid Lord and a Dead Sea
after that
Scrolls.
interview, I need.
And a Dead Sea Scrolls special. Justin Wong edition.
Oh, here we go.
Justin Wong edition. Not sure the dates yet, but I will let you know. We have lots of interactions of old DSP talking about the legend. And Phil doesn't always think as a legend. Let me put a spoiler there. He doesn't always consider Justin Wong a legend in the past. And we're going to get all into that. So that'll be this week. I'll let you know the dates on Twitter and stuff. But Sam, you're the boss. Send us home.
Okay. Have a good one, everyone. Enjoy
Stray
that
Beans
React
legend.
stream. Yeah. Big up Stray Beans. Big up Shinko as well. Thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, guys. Always great to, be part of a real podcast, like where like people are really talking about, topics instead of just talking about schedules and game news off of Twitter and shit.
Like we've just done.
That's right.
That's next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
The intro. Right. Somebody's turned up late, so.
Yeah. You asking about Burger right now, McBurnstein? You asking about Burger right now? After I just went over that? Just kidding. Let's go.
We can do it. Nah, that's cool. See you later, everyone. Bye.
I don't know if I want taco sauce on my burger.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
Feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and the things we get to do together. I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. You know, like, I'm happy with who I am. Bronco burgers and shit. So, that being said, that's it. That being said, one of my mannerisms.